What's up, people? LZ in the flesh. You already know, putting my new chain on. Got a flaunt it right, you know what I mean? I look good and shit. Anyway, feeling like a superhero. So I wanted to talk, right? Oh, I had to put my music in the background, right? Because last video I did, I don't know if you listeners know, but I had some music just randomly playing. It just happened to place on my playlist. I had Rakim on it. You know what I mean? Something I ain't planned it. It just came on and shit, and then they YouTube hit me with the copyright infringement and shit, where I can't make money out of from it because that shit was playing in the background, which sucks. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you just want to hear music and not think about that shit. You know what I mean? Just like vibe to the dope shit. That's playing while you recording and shit. But then YouTube comes and says you can't make money now, like kind of, some weird shit going on. But anyway, so I put my music, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it's more authentic, right? You know what I mean? It's just, you get to hear the artist's voice. And then there's my brand, my sneakers, which is the new chain for me right now. So hopefully YouTube doesn't counteract it and say I can't monetize this shit and make money off of it. You know what I mean? Because everything is mine. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about the whole Thanksgiving thing. With just talking about why I don't like. I'm starting a new movement of not eating meat, which is participating in that whole turkey and people eating. Something I wanted to start off. I don't know. Growing up, I read this verse from the Bible that pretty much influenced me. Gideon version. But as you can see, like, when I was there, I was really deep zoned out into this shit, and then I took my notes. Like I said, I graduated from this. But a long time ago, I'm into deeper studies now, But a long time ago, right, once upon a time, I read this, right, the fourth, chapter 4 from Genesis. And then this was about Abel and Cain. Adam's first, which again, you graduate from this, you learn Adam is a whole complete creation made by God. I translate to God, but if you study 4th century Sumerian texts, you learn about Yabadal. It shows you before the creation of what you might understand as God, there was something going on, and that something going on was, I can only put as Zog, so you can understand. But they have like the Father, the Creator of all, like. So now something is high above the thing you understand as the word God. And that Zog separated himself, that entity, a long time ago before it was matter, separated itself just to see its polarity version, or its opposite version, react without him, without his dualistic nature that was already given. He already had it, because this thing Zog that I'm trying to describe is everything, like. So he separated itself to see the reaction, and what happened is that reaction came together, and together formed a thing, like a son, like, and that's where the original story of, uh, father, mother, they create a son, was way before matter. And like I said, these entities, the entity that was there, uh, from the beginning, no end, uh, was already there. He's just simply separated his dualistic qualities to see how that one would react without him. Boom, it came together, and it was a perfect success. But right there you see the first original pattern. Now what you learn is, if you get deeper, the son creates, asks for mind. He asks for like a mindset, from the father, and not from the mother. He asks the mindset from the father, who is both, like, because he once separated himself to mother and then came back to himself, to make this third son. So the son asks the father, can I have a mind? This is me trying to anthropomorphize this. And Zog saw nothing wrong with it and gave him a mind. So with that mind, he formed another 3 patterns, like the original, 1, 2, 3. The third did the same thing, 1, 2, 3. But on the 4th, that one didn't keep to the pattern, and was the creation of what you might understand as God. And then God, as you know, created Adam, and goes on from there and stuff like that. But actually, Zog provided a way to create the first human. And God, being jealous of Zog, did I say Zog was the one that created? You know what I mean? Because Zog, the original father, was the one that created a version of what the first human would look like in the waters. God, the one that's like deficient, saw what Zog was trying to do and went and created Adam. From he did it his own way. And Adam basically was formed from a deficiency, you know what I mean? So anyway, that it gets deeper, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to dumb it down and stuff. So then, as you know, when Adam has his kids, Abel and Cain, where there's, like I said, different versions of how you study Abel and Cain. But like a long time ago, right, I read this part about Abel and Cain and how they fought, or how Cain killed his brother Abel, and it was over what God, your God, preferred. And your God, the one that was created out of deficiency, wanted meat, cattle, herd, over vegetables, because your God, the deficient one who created Adam, didn't want you to be superior to him, or learn what Zog had provided you, which was a way out through the sun. Again, deeper stuff. But here, Cain kills his brother, as you know. It's in here. Kills his brother, and it was over the preference of what you call God preferred. And so here you've seen, it's even in the Bible where your God says he regretted it. Like, who regrets or he made a mistake? Who makes a mistake? You know, if you're a God, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, it's deficiency. He's proven that he's deficient, but I think it's right before, right? I think after the flood. Do I gotta look it up? I mean, you should just prove me wrong, you know, like right after the flood, he's like, never again. I regret. I'm gonna do this, you know, like um, he made a mistake, regret it, you know. So right there, he's proven to you that he's deficient, you know. This is your God, you know. This is what you follow. But me too, I used to. But then, like I said, there's layers to it. You learn about Zod, um, creator of everything. So, you know, it made me think. Well, cool, like this big revelation, right? That just came to me years ago, and what does that do? Well, now you have to apply the thinking, you know, like, and so one of the things was to switch it up. That God is your God is deficient in basically wanting to eat meat over vegetables, you know, and from there the first death happened. Let's say, you know, Cain killed his own brother. From there, there's been wars going on ever since, over sheep, over cattle, over land. It's really over meat because they want the land. But why do they want the land? To have, you know, their sheep and cattle running around, and what's that for? It's for eventually make money off of their fur and their meat. And you know, commerce, you know, all that stuff happens when there's a value in meat. And one way to counteract that is to just not eat meat. You know, they got a lot of plant-based things. You look at a bear, right? It's like 600-700 pounds. This shit don't eat meat. That should be eating honey. You know, some bears. And then you see some like gorillas, big forearms, and they don't eat meat. You know, and they weigh probably more than the average person. You know, so it's all how you perceive things. You know what I mean? It's how you think. So yeah, man, this me just, you know, wanted to share that real quick while I tell you a little bit of history and some facts. You know what I mean? Like I said, as you get deeper into it. Or you could be a fool and just go along with what people tell you, you know, and don't critically think, you know. Basically a slave, because that's what it is. You're asleep as a slave who thinks they're woke, by worshiping the deficient entity, your God, you know. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say on this day that you guys gonna use to kill and massacre just more animals. That's that with all of that.